And have a go at it. Got him.
Oh.
Look at the size of that
That is
thing.
yellow belly, is it?
Look at the size of him. Absolutely beautiful morning out here this morning. Getting right into winter now. It's probably about 12 degrees. Not the best for yabbying, but I've come to a spot past a bloody giant pig back there. It would have been over 100 kilo at least. And it looks like the piggers have been in here. I'll give you a look at this place. So I've never actually been out here before. It's bloody thick. I can see some wheel tracks going up in there. I'd say it would be pig chasers trying to flush the pigs out. But look at this place. I was put onto this place by a drover a while back, and I sort of dismissed it, and I thought, oh yeah, you know, probably wouldn't be worth going out all the way out there and having a look, but I'm glad I did. And it's actually getting a little bit dry now, and I'm just sitting here looking at this other side bank there, and it is absolutely just hammered with yabby holes. That other side bank is just nothing, just honeycombed with yabby holes, and they're everywhere. There are holes all through the dirt here, up through here. Look at this. Just everywhere. You can see yabbies or yabby holes come up through here, and pig tracks. But most of them are yabby holes. A couple of more really big ones there. And I'm glad I did come up in here. I think it's nearly going to pay off. It's probably getting a bit cold for yabbies, but what I'm going to do, I've got the traps here. I'll give you a look. So I've got my traps set out. I've brought 4 traps out. So one thing I don't normally show is what bait I use. I'm not too sure how good you're going to be able to see in there. That's chopped up bullock liver or cow liver, and it's just soaking in its own juice. What I do is just chop it up into little bits like that. Put it in these bait holders, and these bait holders I get from just off eBay. They're cheap as chips. Just throw a handful of chopped up liver in those, close them up. That's all. That's the best bait that I've found for the blue claw. Obviously the red claw and whatever is going to be different, but in my area, bit of stinky liver that's been soaking in its own juice overnight, or even a couple of days in the fridge is even better. So we'll get these traps in and see how we go. So I'm just going to spread these traps out. It's probably going to be a bit thick to be walking up through there. I'm not too worried about snakes this time of year. They'd be fairly cold and doughy. But there's probably no real need to spread them out too much. So we've got one near this rocky end. I reckon I'll take another one over, put over there near those tree roots and stuff. I can see that bank over there is just absolutely hammered with yabby holes, so it's going to be worth a shot. And just for today, I don't think I'll worry about walking up along this bank here. What I'll do is I'll just throw this trap as far over there as I can. And I reckon we might just put one here. It's all bare, no tromping through grass. It's probably going to be as good a spot as any to try, untangle me rope. And I reckon we'll just lob it out there and see what happens. And the 4th trap, I think it's going to be worth risking it for one trap. The grass isn't as bad as what it looked from back there. It's actually not as high as what I thought it would be. You still probably wouldn't be want to walk through here in the middle of summer. Given how cold it's been, it's not too bad. And bloody hell, they're even thicker up here. I don't know how well it's going to show on camera. It's probably not going to show all that well, but that far side bank there is just absolutely honeycombed with yabby holes. I thought the drover might have been putting me on a bit of a bum steer, sending me out here. But now, I probably should have come out here earlier in the summer, give it a proper go. So we got those 4 traps in. I reckon I'll leave them a good few hours, given it's middle of winter. I don't want to be checking them every 10 minutes. I'll leave them there for a good soak. And I might go back, see if Eileen wants to come in or come out, and might even throw a line in here, bring some worms and a rod or two. And I've just come up around this corner. I'll give you a bit of a look at this. That hole actually runs all the way down there as far as I can see. It's actually one of the better looking holes that I've found, full stop, I think. So it's been about 3 hours, 3.5 hours. Got the boss with me. She can pull a couple of traps. I'm going to get the first couple just to see how they went. Although it's awfully cold, I almost reckon we're still going to do all right here. Oh, and we have. Look at that, yeah, beauty.
It's massive.
Considering how cold it's been,
oh my goodness,
I'd say that's not a bad haul. And some good sized yabbies in them too. Look at the size of this fella.
Yeah.
See if I can get him out. Yeah. Here's a bloody nice one.
Huge.
Nice and clean too. Very surprising because the mornings have been really frosty. We're pretty well getting into the middle of winter now. And seeing all those yabby holes along there, it sort of had me a little bit keen for these traps. So I reckon we'll keep all them for now and we'll just see how the other traps go. Trap number 2, we'll see if this one does as good as the first one. If it does half as good, I'll be happy. Oh, look at that. You're kidding me. I didn't expect them to do that good. I sort of thought if we got 3 or 4 each trap, I'd be happy, but what have we got in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 10 yabbies. And they're not little yabbies either.
That's big.
There's a couple in there that are a little bit small. What I would call small, they're a good average size yabby, but there's
Bigger ones.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 bloody nice ones in that trap. I'm thinking I'll tip them out over here and I'll let these smaller ones go because we only really wanted a bit of a barbecue out here. We're going to throw the rods in and after we get these traps in and fire the barbie up and have a fish and have a barbie. So we'll go and Eileen can pull the next 2 traps and see how we go. So we'll let these out here and just sort them out a bit. I'm going to keep some of these, look at them, beautiful clean yabbies. I reckon we'll definitely keeping that fella.
There's one. Come there.
Where?
Grab it.
Yeah, we'll let him go.
That's big. Yeah.
I reckon we probably I only really wanted about 10. So there's 10 in there'll be 10 in the bucket there now.
They're big though.
Just keep them. We'll let them fellas go. Yeah, we'll let him get back. Eileen wants to keep them all now.
They're big.
So we'll let the boss pull this trap in. She can get the next 2 actually.
There'll be nothing in here.
There'll be nothing in there, you reckon? I'd say there's going to be something in there, surely.
I told you.
No.
There's one.
I put Eileen on the dud. There's only one little yabby in there.
Told ya.
He's not that small, but not that big either. I'm sort of thinking we might... we'll keep him. He's unlucky enough to get in there.
How many went flow? No. No! Die!
So we're on to the last trap. We're going to see if her luck will improve.
It's light.
It's light.
Yeah.
I'll put her on the dud spots. Oh no, there's at least one big one in there. I've seen him. Yeah. Can you get him? Oh no, there's a heap in there. No, that's all right. So it's strange that one trap right at the very parking spot there only had 1 yabby in it. We've got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, another 11 yabbies in there, and good size yabbies too. What I'll do is I'll just put all them in the esky for now, and we'll have a cook up, and whatever we don't cook we'll probably just let go, I reckon. Yeah, so I'm really surprised of how many we got. I reckon if we brung the kayak and went along there with some bit of string and meat, I reckon we'd probably do all right. I've got Eileen set up here with a rod, just with a little tiger worm on a hook, because I'm seeing quite a few fish swirl around.
Yeah.
There'd nearly have to be yellow belly in here. What, are you getting a bite already? She's literally had that rod in for 2 minutes. What I'm going to do while I'm waiting for Eileen to catch us a fish, I'm going to get a few of these yabbies going on the barbie. Ended up bloody not a bad haul of yabbies really. I reckon we probably got be at least 35, 40 yabbies. Considering we've let a heap go. There's a half a esky full in there. So I'll get this stuff organised, get the barbie cracking. We might have a snack while we're having a fish. So I've got my yabbies prepared. I guess I should show you what I've done. Nothing too special. All I've done was got a sharp knife, just a sharp filleting knife. Stabbed them in the head there, sliced down, then come back and slice all the way down the body. And then just got a jug of clean water, just washed out all the guts, which I don't want to show on a video because that's not very appetizing, but that's what you end up with. And I find cooking them this way, always better to take the nippers off, cook the nippers separate, because they just get in the way. So we've done half a dozen yabbies, which ends up for a dozen sides. And this way you get all the meat all the way through. And all I'm going to do is make sure they're all facing up towards me, like so. So they're all meat up. I'm just going to give them a good sprinkling with a bit of all-purpose, which I haven't got much of that left. But it's bloody nice, this all-purpose, on just about everything. And then, when your pan's really hot, which I'm pretty sure that's going to be fairly bloody hot. I didn't bring a egg lifter, which I probably should have brought. I bought a pair of plastic bloody tongs, which was the wrong thing. I do have a fork. Always seem to forget something. Then all I like to do is just meat down. And as you can hear that sizzling straight away, that's when you know you got it hot enough. So we'll throw all them on. See how all their legs are moving? That's when you know they're fresh. And I don't want to crowd the pan too much, I'll just leave them nippers for now. And don't be scared, give them a bit of a turn around and toss around and move them around a bit. And I'm just trying, I've got Eileen filming for me. I'm just keeping an eye on her rod as I'm cooking. If you see me looking over there, that's what I'm doing. I'm just keeping an eye on her rod because she's got a couple of good bites on that rod. Haven't actually landed anything yet. And what I'm doing, I'm just continually just moving these around. Just give them a minute or two and keep moving them. You can see this one, this is a good telltale sign. Get in there. See the edge of this one's gone really red. Just pick him up and check him. There's getting that bit of a sear on it. I reckon that's all it wants. Yep, they're all getting pretty well done. So then what I'll do is I'll flip them over. So now we've got them all flipped over. What I'm going to do, I'm going to give them a bit more of a hit of this magic seasoning. Not too much. Just a nice little sprinkle like that. And what I like to do is just give it a splash of water, not on the actual yabbies, just in between them so it goes down on the hot plate and brings all that steam up. It'll help cook them a lot better. And not too much water, you don't want to boil them, it's just enough to create a bit of steam. You can see that, Eileen? See how it's all steaming up? Yeah. And we like ours pretty well overdone. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know we like to really cook things, make sure they're really, really cooked. None of this partly underdone around here or rare. Sounds like a tractor or something coming down the road there then. What we might do, might just give them a minute or two. I'll just come over here and check this line because she reckons there's a yabby biting on it, which wouldn't surprise me. We've got a farmer coming through here. Look at him go. He's fairly well motivating. He'd be doing 30 k's an hour on that big tractor. He had a wheel renovator on the back. What they do, because we've had such a wet summer, a lot of the paddocks where the tractors go down the paddocks in certain lines, and where the tractors go down, they leave really deep wheel tracks. So that wheel track renovator only ploughs the certain part of the paddock where the wheel tracks are, and then it's got a little roller behind it which flattens it back out, so they haven't got humps all over the paddocks, which is a good idea. It's not that fun of a job. I've done a lot of it. 12, 16 hours a day sitting on a tractor. It's not that much fun, I can tell you. And we're just sitting here with the rod, watching this rod. And Eileen said, "Is that a yabby? Check this out." Big yabby just sitting up in there. He must be just getting a bit of sun, I guess. I guess this water's getting a bit cold. They must get up, get a bit of sun to warm up a bit, and right up in the edge of the water. Pretty neat. We'll leave him be. Something's been having a go at this rod, and I think it's just a big yabby. I'm going to pull it in slowly and see if he'll hold on. Yeah, it's definitely a yabby, and he's a good size one too. Look at him go. I've only got a little bit of worm on there, so I don't know whether he'll hold on or not. And I don't know whether it's caught under a stick or something, or whether it's, if it's not caught under a stick, it's going to be a big yabby. Oh, it's caught under a stick. Look at it. I thought I had a big yabby on it. Oh, there was definitely a yabby on there because he was pulling back, but he went under a stick. Oh well, I don't think the fish are biting today. So we'll get our big yabby tail out and have a go. See how that peeled out just beautifully like that? That's how you want it. That's when you know it's cooked. Have a look at that. Absolutely lovely. Doesn't get much fresher than that. You can get all the meat out of the head without any of the guts. I'll dig one of these small ones out and Eileen can have a crack. Have a look at that. Get a close in shot. Just grab the meat by the... Oh, now it's not going to work. Oh, I was going to show you how easy it peeled out, and it's the only one that didn't want to do it.
You can eat that one.
I've made a mess of it. I'll have that one. And then dropped half of it. Rightio. Now have a look at how easy that peels out. Grab it like that, and it'll just peel back. Yeah. There's still a bit left in there actually. Wait up. She's digging straight into it. Huh? Nice. I think you really can't beat that seasoning on the barbecue. You put that on just about anything and it'll be nice.
I can't, so I'll grab me another one. The cooked one.
They're all pretty well cooked. She said she wants the most cooked one. I think they're all fairly well done. There you go. She said she couldn't tell by the first one, so she needed another one to decide.
Another one. That's actually nice.
I reckon she'll probably keep saying that for the 12 yabbies. I normally turn me back and they're all gone.
It's yum.
It's a nice way of doing it because you get all the head meat, but...
Look at my hand.
She's got her hand out. Yeah, that one came out absolutely beautifully.
You can have it. Grab me the small ones.
Yeah, and this is a good way of doing it because you get all that, the meat that runs all the way up into the head like that. And you can sit here and pick away, there's all meat in there. Only me and Eileen here, so I'll use my fingers.
I'm using my fingers to eat.
Well, that little one just peeled out of there absolutely perfectly. She's chewing away. I like it this way when you're just sitting out here fishing. Whack a batch on the barbecue, sit here picking away at them. We've got another probably 2 batches there yet, plus all the nippers. But I probably prefer, this is a nice way of doing it, but I probably prefer to blanch the tails and peel them and then cook them on the hot plate, like we'd have a really hot searing plate, bit of garlic and bit of that seasoning, and cook the whole tail till it curls right up into a little ball. I'd probably prefer that way myself.
Why?
It's a bit hard to judge. Oh, I just reckon I don't know why. It's probably because it's more of a mouthful, I suppose. You get the whole tail all in one big bang. And you're not sitting here picking away, but you do all the picking from the start, so. This way here is probably easier. It's just a matter of you just slice them in half and throw them on the barbie. Oh, that one's a nice one. Look how that peeled out of there.
Got it.
Big chunk of meat in it too. So this is the lucky last one out of this batch. I think we might leave it here for now. We might sit here for a while and have a bit of a fish. If we get anything decent, we'll show you. If not, I reckon that was a bloody good session of trapping for the middle of winter. We're well and truly into the middle of June now. I really didn't expect it, although when I come out here and seen all them yabby holes honeycombed along there, I thought, we've got to get something. My fingers are all greasy. Rightio, we'll catch us on the next one.